Hunger Games in the church. That's the game that we play. Religious talking. So have you ever thought about why men and women are taught such different things in church as a child or, as an adult, but mostly like as a child, like things that are ingrained in the girls versus what is ingrained inside of the boys in the church culture. So with boys, they're always taught that you're supposed to protect and provide. You protect the family and you provide support. And then that's all. They get those little nuggets here and there, dropped again. You protect, you provide. And then women, we have to be the backbone for everything. We have to make sure everything is great and stable and comfortable for the husband when he comes home. We have to make sure the kids are taken care of. We have to make sure the kids are going to the places they need to go. The schedules are done correctly. The doctor's appointments are taken care of. They have new clothes because they're getting older and they're growing out of the young ones. They, have to make sure you go to the teacher conferences and schedule the vacations and make sure dinner is ready. Make sure everyone has food for lunch and, make sure that your husband or longtime partner, more or less your husband, because you're taught that you have to get married as soon as you are good and ripe in your 20s, you have to make sure your husband is taken care of after hours regularly to make sure that you are taking care of all of the needs. But then again, the husband is only taught to protect and provide, while us women are on the sidelines exhausted from all the things that we were told that we had to be within the marriage covenant and what God sees fit for a wife to do for their husbands, and that you have to be self-sacrificing and put all of your dreams to the side in order to make sure everyone else's dreams happen and come true and that they're comfortable and everybody is happy. But when does it come a point when you are happy as the woman of the house? You are taken care of as the woman of the house. You have time to take self-care for yourself and get a little bit of a reprieve just to breathe. That is the Hunger Games that we play. And us women play it so well, and we pretend that we're okay. We pretend like this is just how it's supposed to be. Go, 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 grind, grind, grind. Tired, oh well, get 20 minutes of sleep and back up again for the whole family. But that's not the way that God designed us to be. But that's how we're told to be in our faith. Those are some things that were taught to us by the church of what a woman should do and what a woman should be. But it creates a lot of exhaustion. Girls are taught at a very young age on how to be a wife, how to be a mother, what that looks like, how to be submissive underneath the man in order to have a happy, healthy home. We're taught that as a young girl. And so those things get ingrained in us, and that's all that we know. We don't question it because we assume that the leaders that are teaching us these things, they're telling us the truth and they're telling us what is going to be the best for us in light of God. And then we turn around and we get married and wonder why we're not happy. You might love your husband for sure, love your children, but you're not happy as a woman. You're not fulfilled. You're not feeling like, this is the life that you dreamed of. And you want to know why? It's because you're actually living the life that someone else designed for you. You're not living the dream aspirations that you had as a little girl of being something when you got older. You were programmed that once you have a family, those things had to be put down. And most of the time, the man can go ahead and fulfill his dreams and aspirations and climb the ladder and feel really good about himself on what he's done for himself and taking his time when he gets home for self-care, not, diving into the family aspect as a whole because he's tired and he went to work and all he's supposed to do is protect and provide. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but when is it that the church is going to actually teach boys how to actually care for an entire family emotionally, empathetically, compassionately? Those are the things that are lacking in Christian marriages because the church doesn't actually dive in on that type of love within a marriage. And then it means that a woman ends up depleted and wondering why God put her in a situation where she's tired and exhausted and overwhelmed and overlooked and all the things. And that's not what God actually wanted for her. But that's what we're taught from our ministers and pastors that were trying to teach us how to be a wife. So, we're playing the Hunger Games. May the odds ever be in your favor, lady. We're out here trying to survive when we shouldn't be. We should be out here living our best life, doing things that make us happy, filling our cup, our husbands helping to fill our cup, and taking care of us also, and allowing us to have the time that we need to be able to recoup ourselves, to be able to take care of family. Because we already know we cannot pour from an empty cup at all. If you have an empty cup, you can't even pour into yourself a lot of times because you're so tired. All you want to do is sleep. Then you don't have time to sleep. You got all the things you have to do for the family and make sure everybody else is taken care of. So I'm just trying to say this to you now, to take the veil off and realize that the life that you've been living is the life that someone else gave to you based on the roles they put on you as a woman and as a wife. And you've been running by those rules your entire life. But now it's time for you to run by your own rules. Not saying that you have to get a divorce. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is you can live your best life within your marriage, within raising your children, when you take back your life from conditioning and expectations from the outside, religiously, generationally from your family, societally. When you take all of that back and you figure out what you truly want to do, what you like to do, the hobbies that you used to love, and like getting back into those and not feeling selfish when you want to go off and dib and dap in that for a minute, you will have such a better life, and you will be like, why did I wait so long to do this? You don't have to. I'm here telling you to give yourself permission. It is okay to take care of you and then take care of the life on the outside, your children, your husband. God wants you to make sure you take care of yourself first, honey. I know there's so many things that we don't talk about as women within these marriages because we're told that we're not supposed to, bring our concerns from outside of our marriage out into the public. You're supposed to keep it all in house, but then that creates suffering because a lot of women don't know how to actually move through certain situations in their household. Who are you supposed to talk to? If your husband isn't providing the emotional support that you need, that that God, wants you to have, then why should you hold that inside? Why can't you go out and talk to other women about it? That is actually a safe space and it's healthy. And I'm here to listen. I'm here to take on your frustrations that you have. Like, I want to hear what you're struggling with so that we can help get you out of that rut and into the best life possible. So again, we're in the Hunger Games. What is it, how they say it? May the odds be forever in your favor. And I want every day to be in your favor. So, hit me up, send me a message, and let's chat. Have a great day. Love yourself, love others, always.